My dad agreed to meet me at his clinic, which was fine by me. It's covered by my insurance. I just really want to know, so you're the psychiatrist here. This is my childhood sofa, right? Like I slept here. I even know where the spaghetti stains is. And I'm just having some cognitive, clashing right now with the idea that strangers come in here, sit down on my childhood sofa, like strangers even fart on it. Is that like some sort of cognitive, like psychological desecration of my childhood? Do you know?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. Well, let's start the interview. So, what is your favorite thing about America?
It's the land of the freedom.
This
is the place where I've experienced true freedom.
True freedom? True freedom? What define true freedom for me?
Freedom.
As opposed to fake freedom or processed cheese product freedom, right?
Well, for me and your mommy, this is the place where we can really think without having to worry about anybody and make that happen. That's the beauty of our country.
Gotcha. Real quick, before we get into any more of the interview, I brought you something.
Thank you.
That I'd like you to inundate this start this. Do you recognize this?
Oh, yes.
Would you like to do the honors of ringing the bell?
Oh, yes.
For our interview? Great, thank you. I'm awake. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Alright. So, you talk about land of the free for me and Mama. So, tell me more about Mommy. How did you two meet?
Well, your mommy was my classmate's roommate. And we were in medical school. I was in medical school.
What year were you?
I was there from 1981 to 1987.
So, what year were you in compared to her?
I had just finished my medical school. I started my internship when I met your mommy.
So, you go after younger women then?
Certainly. She was younger than me. And she was a first year freshman in medical school.
Describe for me what kind of date would you take her on usually? Because I want to, I need to take some notes, right? So what would be a typical date that you would take her on?
A typical date is to go to the store, coffee house, buy a cup of coffee and split it in two. We call it 1x2 coffee.
1x2 coffee. What kind of store?
Well, most of them are little street side coffee stalls.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like, hey, Mama, let's go on that hot date. Let's go grocery shopping. Right?
Oh, there's not exactly grocery shopping. It's just most like street side food.
Because I think we could pull off like sexy furniture shopping, right? Like, let's go get that nice futon or that coffee table because
that's not
cups aren't the only thing that's
there's some of those furniture stores are so expensive that they won't even let us in.
They won't let you in. Yeah. Do you think being a psychiatrist and knowing all the cognitive tricks and loopholes helps in a marriage? You can always win every argument because you can just say, oh, use that psychotherapy shit and, get all that stuff done?
I don't think it works at home.
No?
Well, you're the example. If I say something, you'll do exactly the opposite of it.
Or maybe that's what you're trying to do, right? That's a cognitive trick?
No. That's called defiance. son.
All right. So if we're diagnosing, then now I have.
I'm not diagnosing. I'm just telling you.
So if we're diagnosing now, so let's go and do an activity. So I am going to test your primary care knowledge, right? Think of this as the board exam, right? This is the patient thing. So I am going to possess some symptoms, and I need you to tell me what kind of illness I have, right? So let's start. So this is your first time seeing the patient. I'm the patient. How to go? Let's start. Action. Oh, doc, I got irritable bowel syndrome. When I sleep, I just fart all the time. I got hives all over my body. And I sweat a quart worth of liquid today. What's going on with me?
What's going on? You're having irritable bowel syndrome and you need to go to the toilet.
But I also see, when I go to the toilet, I see a typhoon that goes down, swirls of color. Is it psychosis, doc? Am I crazy?
No, you're flushing the toilet. That's it. So when you flush the toilet, that's what happens in America.
It goes down the hall?
Yep. It goes to the septic. And that's what you're seeing. And you're just making a mountain of a mole.
All right, and scene. Good.
All right.
Good, that was good. Yeah, so I would give you your board certification from
Thank you very much.
Would you tell me
Are you recording?
Psychiatry joke? Oh, we're always recording. Would you tell me a psychiatry joke?
Things like, the difference between a psychiatrist and a pathologist and an internist is an internist knows everything and maybe doing something. A psychiatrist knows nothing.
That's for sure.
And does nothing. A pathologist knows everything.
And did nothing.
Does everything, but it's too late.
Oh, there you go.
So these are the ways in which my colleagues who didn't take psychiatry would kind of make fun of us or pull us down, pull our legs and say, psychiatry, why did you become a psychiatrist?
I also have a medical joke if you'd let me say it.
Go ahead, let's find out what that joke is.
If you should always choose to become a proctologist. You know why?
Why?
Because then, professionally, you can give people professional opinions that they have nice asses.
I'm not sure I'm going to buy that, but let's take it that way.
You won't get sued, right? Because you're like...
I have no idea.
I have seen, I have come, I have conquered.
All right.
So, as you know, I am a political scientist, right? So I study politics. And I
thought you were a wannabe political scientist.
Excuse me, and I thought you were a wannabe physician.
Well, they both are true.
That's true.
All right.
So, one of the things that I study with political science is political socialization, right? So currently, you are a proud member of the Republican Party.
I am.
Right? And you would name yourself as a conservative,
mm-hmm.
right? However, I have something for you. Now, would you read this and then show this to the camera right there when you see it? That is proof that you weren't always a conservative. Could you show that to the camera, please? Right? So, you were, in fact, I found this amongst all of your certificates, a member of the Communist Party.
Well, this is just like so many fake news. This is yet another example of fake news, guys.
No, this is not
fake. It is fake news.
This is a legitimate certificate of membership of the Communist Party.
Well,
My father used to be a communist. What has changed? Well, I guess both colors are red. Is that why you decided to become a Republican?
This is a good example of what we call fake news. And we have plenty of fake news going on. They say it's a certificate, but there's no signature. Nothing is there to prove except a photoshopped version.
That's because in a communist society, there is nobody that's on top because it's a classless world.
Well, India was a socialist republic.
So that means they're very social people, right?
Well, not only we are social people, but then they expected the government to do everything for them. And when we are young, I'm sure when you are also young, you expect others to take care of you. You can depend on others.
Excuse me, I am self-dependent. I can make myself eggs in the morning and pour a bowl of cereal.
I don't know when was the last time you washed dishes and swept the room and made your bed. Tax for macaroni. Taxation without representation is not a good way to go about, my son.
You are being the one interviewed, not me. And I am not sure pieces of macaroni noodle are sentient enough to represent themselves in Congress. And if they were to be voting members, that would be too many, because you can easily make more macaroni noodles than there are voting human constituents in any district.
If the macaroni could vote, this is one thing you'll say. Please, don't put me in the hot seat.
No, it would say Annie's is better than Kraft's, so we're going to vote for Annie's.
All right.
Papa,
yeah?
Who did you vote for president in the 2016 presidential election?
Well, the most beautiful part of our country is it's a secret ballot and nobody else can fill out your ballot papers. So that's a good question.
And?
I always vote. I never missed a single voting cycle. That I can assure you. And all my votes are very thoughtful. We take time to understand the issues and we vote for the best candidate. That's the answer. Best candidate.
Thank you for your time. To close out, would you like to sing the national anthem with me?
Well, you say, go ahead.
All right.
I'm not very good at singing,
Would
but
you sing it with me?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's start. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's... Please sing with me. This is unpatriotic. Let's make it. Let's continue singing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Oh my God, my voice isn't the best, but I'll be respectful of the national anthem.
What's the next part?
Well, I'll be respectful. Go ahead and sing.
No, you sing with me. Ready? What so proud? Please sing with me.
What so?
Do you know the national anthem?
Well, I had to learn from you, isn't it? You're teaching me.
All right, let's start from the beginning. To close out this interview, would you sing the national anthem with me? Oh, say, can you see?
But I think I had to stand up, right?
Oh, yeah, we gotta stand up.
Let's not be rude.
All right.
Yeah, we have too many people kneeling down. That's not a good idea.
All right, let's just get this camera adjusted. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Early light?
Great. Well, I didn't get an answer today, and yet I'm still satisfied. I'll just say, happy anniversary, Mary and Satya, or as I, a fully grown man with immigrant parents, say, Mommy and Papa.
Oh God. You're fired.